now we were talking about the wedding blessing, which our JMC will be singing this June. That song actually came out of a music committee meeting, believe it or not. We were discussing things, that had been premiered, things that could be premiered, things that had been commissioned, and people within the chorus who write and could write for the chorus. And somewhere out of all of that discussion that fomented during that particular meeting, David Curran asked me, well, do you want to write something? So I'd love to write something, assuming that's something you want me to do. It's sort of up to Rob. He didn't definitely say yes or no. He sounded kind of interesting, and then as weeks went by and we talked about it more and more, it became clear to me if I wanted to, he did want me to do it, which was fine. And David wanted to make some suggestions on text, and he came up with things that I just didn't see myself setting. My composition teacher, Carrie Ratcliffe, tells me I'm very textually responsive, which is true, but if I don't see it or get some sense of what I could do with it by the time I've read the poem a few times, I'm probably not going to do it. And what he sent me probably would make a beautiful song in the right composer's hands, but not in mine. So I was scrambling around trying to figure out what texts to set, and in the midst of all of this, I moved and I got married, and both of which happened over the course of last summer. And so while I was moving things and setting things up in the new house, I came upon something that had hung in my bedroom in my old house, and that we hung in the master bedroom, the brand new master bedroom, because we had it built over the summer. In the new house, and I checked with Bob, and I want to hang this in the bedroom, and he liked it. And it was a wedding gift from my ceremony with my first partner, Stanley. It's been attributed to a couple different Indian tribes, because I've heard it as both Navajo and Apache, although I think Apache is the definitive. They are the ones that used it for their wedding blessings. But it's a rather nice text. Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter to each other. Now you won't be lonely anymore. Go together and have a great life. And I think it was very pretty. And I looked at it and I thought, I've been thinking of setting this for a while. I have ideas about how I want to set it. Maybe this is the time to actually set it. And so, I ran it by Rob and said, inspiration for a text that I'd like to set, and explained to him what it was, and he liked the idea. So I said, okay, sat down with it and started playing around with that, how I would set it, what I would do with it, what I wanted to do with it, the kinds of things I wanted to put into the piece, and, went to work on it, and then when I got done with it, sent it off to Rob, who said he liked it. Made an unintentionally funny comment when he got back to me. He said, well, I really like the, it sounds very English church anthem and in the music, and that works as an interesting contrast to the text. And I just thought, oh God, I've been singing with the Episcopalians way too long. Which is sort of what I wrote back to him on that. It's like, as long as you like the piece, it's fine, and it sounds good. The chorus does it well. I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. I think in general that and Velvet Shoes. The guys tell me that they like how I set things. I think that probably the music theory term for it is they like the voice leading, because you can usually figure out where your part goes. It's relatively logical. Getting the next note isn't that difficult. And that was the things that I was taught when I took music theory in college. As a freshman and sophomore, how you do part right. I always said taking music theory was a very dangerous thing for me. The proof is in the pudding, I suppose. It's gotten good response from the chorus, and I think they're very happy with it. And I know I've been very happy with the work they've put in on it. I think it sounds good. I'm happy with how it sounds. I think it'll be a good piece to premiere. And probably one of the nicest things about it, and it's one of those things you get to do as a composer, was being able to dedicate it both to the chorus and to Bob, my husband. It was kind of fun to be able to put that on the music so everybody could see it really was written for them, and so Bob knows it's written for him as well. As I said to another friend of mine that I dedicated something else to, that's just one of those cool things you get to do when you're a composer. So all in all, I've been very pleased with it. I think it should be a good premiere, and I think the audience will enjoy it. And I hope they enjoy it as much as the chorus enjoys singing it.